Good morning from day 3. I actually stayed pretty warm last night. I got chilled a couple times. So hopefully tonight will be just as warm. It was cool. Right as we were falling asleep, there were 2 owls calling out to each other, and the lower one was just reverberating all around these walls. I heard them again just before daylight this morning, so that was pretty cool. We are still at the Green Mass site. As you can see here, the light is just starting to get on the site, so we're working on finishing packing up here, and once we get all packed up, we'll head down there, check out that site. I'm really excited. I think I can see the green mask from here, which is pretty cool. We'll go take a look at that for a little bit, then we're going to head down canyon a couple miles, turn up Bullet, we'll hit Jailhouse Ruin, and then go up below Perfect Kiva for the night, and then hike on out tomorrow. So here's to another great day. Birthday breakfast of s'mores, Pop-Tarts, and Nutella. How is it?
Delicious.
Delicious. Breakfast of champions. Looking back at our campsite there, Scott packing up. And then here we are at Green Mask site. Some cool spirals made. It looks like of adobe inside there. Really neat. Oh, and a big panel of pictographs. Amazing looking up at this kind of ceiling and head wall up here. Along here there are big pictographs, pretty tall ones, not just small little hand ones, but significantly bigger ones, it seems. And on the far east of this panel is the green mass right there. Top. See, it's right in the center, right underneath the wall. We're looking at the west end of the site, and there's a couple structures up in here, and I can't pick it up with the camera because of the contrast, but right up in this structure up here there are some pictographs on the wall. I think somebody might have scrambled up there last time they were here and taken some pictures of them. It's pretty cool. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Love it. All right, after taking a look at the Green Mass site, we are finally heading out. I think it's gonna be a short day, probably only 5, maybe 6. We're gonna try to, as I said earlier, stop below Perfect Kiva. If we're lucky, we'll be able to get up there this evening, check that out, rather than do it in the morning. Be a little quicker tomorrow morning. So here we go. All right, we are working our way out of Sheik's Canyon here. It's kind of a small little entrance to it from the gulch here. Oh, so I can do this without falling. Almost. But like I said, small little entrance into Sheik's. And then we are out on Grand Gulch, to the right where we came from the last couple days, to the left where we're going. We're coming up on our kind of third pour over here, just about 100 yards or so down from Sheik's Canyon. Do have some water in there, which would be nice if we need it, but the Green Mass spring was flowing well.
Happy birthday.
Turning out not to be quite the pour over we thought it was, more of a spillway, but we'll be able to navigate down this pretty easy, drop some ledges, and be on our way. It is much warmer today than it was yesterday. Even in the shade here, it feels very comfortable hiking. Hopefully we're not going to be exposed too much. I think if I remember right though, once we turn up the Bullet, it's pretty open. So we should enjoy the shade here while we got it. It might be the case of the blind leading the blind here. We'll see.
Oh, look at that.
I took the nice easy path.
I didn't see this. Not over there. Some leader. Hey, I built character. And scratches.
If you're dumb enough to follow, it's your own fault. That goes for all of you.
Oh, this is much easier to get up there than the last one.
That one's like...
Right, we made it out of Grand Gulch and making the turn up to Bullitt. A couple more miles today, and that will be our day. Pretty easy. We might take a little break up here, just for a minute or two. I don't know. And then we'll move up towards Jailhouse Ruin, which is another, I don't know, bit up the ways. We stopped here just a little ways up Bullitt to have a quick little snack before going on. This is the first place Kate and I ever camped when we came on our first trip down Bullitt Canyon. We ended up here, so it's always fun to come back here. We call this the swinging tree. There used to be a branch up here that you could swing on, but no more. Back on the trail after our little break there for some snacks. From what I remember, this goes up here a little ways and opens up to a pretty wide flat area. I think there are a couple of ruins off to our left. I don't know if we'll go visit today or not, but we'll see. Got a little ways still up to Jailhouse, and then our other campsite I like below Perfectiva. Looking back down canyon, we just had our first little hill, little pull up there. Biggest one we've had so far, probably 50 yards or so, if that. Got the heart breathing a little bit. Only really real climbs far. And now you can see we're opening up here. A little bit wider section from now on, at least till we get to the upper reaches of the canyon, I think. This is definitely the most open and exposed section we've had on this hike all day. It's warm. We have a cool breeze, so it's not too bad. Without the breeze, it'd be pretty warm today. We made it to Jailhouse Ruin, just up this way, hanging out under this beautiful juniper tree, having a little lunch, and then we're gonna climb up, check this out, and then go find a big crack to stick Kate in again. It's tradition. There is Jailhouse right up underneath that ledge. We're gonna climb up on this rock ledge and go up there, then Kate and I will swing around the other edge. And we made it up to Jailhouse Rock after a quick little scramble. Good example, once again, of how they use wood beams with the stucco over it. So it's actually fallen off. Here you can still see the grooves of the stick in it. And then over here, through that hole there, is what gives it the name Jailhouse. I'll show you that from the other side. Really blackened ceiling, so maybe fires? I don't know. Can't do ledges. Go at the outside here, and here's what gives it the Jailhouse name. Now, from what I've read, this is not a jailhouse. It's just due to stucco falling off, but it still looks pretty cool just the same. One more structure right there. A few shards of pottery too. And then up is the second story. We just scrambled around the backside of Jailhouse. We're gonna check out some ruins up here, some more, and then Caves Crack, as we like to call it. All right, Cade heading into Cade's Crack. Looks something like something out of Indiana Jones. It's not that small of a crack. Kate should be able to skim me back there and see where it goes, right? Mama won't care. It's just, 20 feet and then it opens up. And we are making it back out. Kid didn't want to try to get stuck for me. Ingrateful. Ungrateful? Ingrateful. Ungrateful little kid. Thinks it's his birthday or something. The other cool thing at this site is there's some petroglyphs and also some pictographs. They are definitely fading fast, even faster than when we were here. A lot dimmer, I should say, than when we were here 2 years ago. I remember that being a lot scarier the first time I did it, maybe because he was a lot younger, perhaps. Just a short 15-20 minute walk up from Jailhouse Ruin. We came up to our campsite. This is where we stayed the last 2 times we've been here last night out. And up there is Perfect Kiva, which I'm really excited about. Along the way, there was 2 good campsites, one just before Jailhouse Ruin going down canyon, and then there was one right at kind of the prow of where Jailhouse is down below it. Pretty good. And what's a 15-year-old do when he's chased into his tent? He's playing games. We're waiting out a little bit of rain here, nothing too hard. We think most of the rain passed by as we heard some rumbling, but just light sprinkles now. I see sun outside, so I'm guessing pretty soon it will be all clear again, and we'll maybe go hike up to Perfect Kiva. CQ and I decided to head up here and take a look at Perfect Kiva again. We just sat out a little rainstorm, so we're gonna work our way up here and just inside that big amphitheater. The climb up here got me panting. There was definitely more of a direct trail than we've taken in the past. A bit easier to get up here. We didn't wander as much as we usually do. EQ really likes finding these old grinding marks. These ones here are really deep. I think I remember reading that a lot of this area was restored. So whether that structure there was totally restored and Kiva was restored, not sure what original condition they're in, but it's really kind of cool to see them in the condition that they're probably in at the time. Some paintings on the back wall here. Probably a bunch of structures here. Got some larger corn cobs down on the bottom there. I believe the original ladder is in the Museum of the Cedars in Blanding. I've seen it there when I've been there before. Bye, boy. Don't get lost. Kate's got his buff on because it can get really dusty in here. Not sure how much this will pick up, but it's really cool in here. It's probably close to 12 to 14 feet across. About 5'5" at its highest. As soon as you come out of the Kiva, you have this structure here. A little shelf up there in the back. This is the view looking out from the front of the site. one last look at Perfect Kiva area before we head down. This is probably one of my favorite sites so far that I've been to, besides the Citadel. But who knows if I'll make it here again. Ways above camp on the way up to Perfect Kiva, there is some water up here, so I guess we didn't have to carry any, but better safe than sorry, especially in the desert. Oh, there's probably plenty. Now, how long it's going to last past this, who knows? It's still dripping down up there, but a couple hot days and this will all be evaporated or soaked into the sandstone. Something like that. This is a little wash up from camp. It's my favorite time of day, evening, given almost my favorite color here, sunset and sandstone. I like a little more red in my sandstone, a little more iron, but this is pretty damn good. We got Scott over there tonight. We're here under our tree, and Steve's right here. We're gonna call it a night, I think. Good morning from day 4. It is our last day. Tried to get up a little bit earlier today, trying to beat the climb out of here before the sun starts beating down. But as you can see behind me here, it's already starting to come down. We're still in the shadow here. We're getting packed up. We're gonna head up. I think it's about 3.5 miles, somewhere around 1,200 feet of elevation gain. Not too bad, but there are a couple steep little sections you just got to push over, and then there's one pour over, which is only about 4 foot, but making good time. Had a little climb up there. I think that's the one I was remembering. It's the only steep little section before getting into the drop, and then going from that drop. I remember going along the wash for a really long time, thinking we missed it, and finally came up to some stones across the path. So we're doing good. Nice pool here. We've been running some water for the last 200 yards or so, so good water right now.
Up again.
I think we finally made it up to our little pour over ledge. Oh, it's a little wet, but not icy like last time. Last time this whole damn thing was an ice fall, so not too bad this time. Looks actually pretty easy. Just a little bit wet. Just up to the one to the left.
Put them here.
Yeah, from there.
And then hand in the water.
And hand in the water.
Ooh, slippery.
No, shouldn't be. No, come up a little bit higher with your hand. There you go. So whatever you're comfortable with. Don't get wet.
I was thinking don't get injured. Well, I think
we just made it to Tic-Tac-Toe overhang, where many fierce battles of tic-tac-toe have been fought on the sand and shall be fought very shortly. And defeat will be his. Battles are fought, victories are won, but not by me this time. The kid beat me. I remember walking up this wash last time and it felt like we were going on and on and on forever and like we should be climbing. I think I said this earlier. But eventually we do climb out of here. Last, I'll push it probably 400 feet. Something like that's a good an elevation gain, over a quarter mile or so. Lets you off with, lets you out with a little bit of a workout. Nice big cairn in the wash, that way you don't miss the turn. And now's the start of the climb. Gotta get up there. It's a little over a quarter mile, a couple hundred feet. And we made it out. Actually, it wasn't that bad a climb this year. It must be in better shape. Had me breathing hard, but didn't have to stop at least. Back on the mesa top, heading to the car. I think it's only like 10 minutes away, if that. As always, hoping A, the car is there, B, it starts better with that new battery put in, but you never know. And look at that, 5-minute walk on the top, and we are back to the vehicles. Woohoo! Woohoo! And that's a wrap on this trip.